Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Verena and today we talk about the process of manifestation and how it really works. I know a lot of you have a lot of pain tied to manifestation. They don't know actually why it doesn't work for them, what do they do wrong, and there's a lot of frustration. I know from my clients and I know from past clients and also from subscribers of my channel which contacted me and asked me, Verena, can you please go into this process? And as I am in this space for I did my first manifestation seminar in 2014 and I was really hooked and I was like, I didn't understand the whole process yet, but I was like, wow, if this is possible, this is amazing. And manifestation is actually possible for everybody. It's by law. There's nothing fanciful around it. Actually, it's simple. It's by law. The only thing is that a lot of people have stuff stored in their subconscious mind, which is counter to what they want to achieve. And today I'm going to show you what to do to really overcome all of that and manifest your dream home, your dream partner, your dream career, whatever it is which is dear to your heart. And without further ado, I would say we'll start. I want to make it quick and I want to make it simple for you. And before I start, I want to encourage you, if you don't understand something, please put it into the comments. If I've forgotten anything and you're like, oh my God, how could you forget that? Add it in the comments. This is a space for people to share, for exchange, for growth, and for community. All right, let's do that. So, guys, before you can reach your goal, obviously, you need to set a goal. You need to become clear. It's really, really important that you become clear about what you want. A lot of people think they're clear on what they want, but if you ask them, they start with, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. Oh, and I don't want to live in a place which is really busy. And I don't want to go only, I don't know, in a resort for 7 days a week for a holiday. So they start with what they don't want. So I want you to expand your vision and get really comfortable. Switch yourself or put some nice music on. Take a journal, take a pen. Remember a nice moment in the past and bring yourself into that same feeling. And then think about if everything is possible, if money wasn't a problem, what would you do and how would you live? That's the first thing. And that's really the most important. You need to get clear on your goal and you need to get clear on your why. Sometimes people set goals. They think they want a lot of money because that will be the greatest thing ever. But there's an underlying thing actually. Why do they want a lot of money? Because they want to feel safe. So if you don't have the money yet, try to implement small spaces during the day, small time outs during the day where you come in connection with your body and establish that feeling of being safe. Yeah, that's super important too. And then, exactly, coming back to asking yourself, why do you want it? So your why needs to really be big because manifestation, and especially if you have a great and big goal, it needs time mostly, at least, let's say 3 months, 2-3 months. It depends on what you want, a business or whatever. So you need to have the determination and the long breath to keep on going. And for that, you need to be emotionally involved in your goal. So find that goal. Get emotionally involved. So it really needs to spark something within you. You need to be, when you think about it, you need to be feeling so excited. You need to be already seeing yourself like, let's say, for example, one of my dreams is to speak on stage. So when I see myself there, I'm getting all excited. Yeah, I'm getting all excited. I can see myself there. I can see the people. I feel it already. Yeah, and that's what the universe needs to draw your manifestation in. So, number 1, sit down, take a piece of paper, take a pen, take some time. You don't need to do that in one go. You can give yourself a couple of days. sit down and write it down in present tense. You can write a whole page. You can write down a day in your future life, or, and I would encourage you to do that, do one sentence and write that on a gold card. A card which you then carry around with you. You can write it on a post-it and then put it into like a laminated, I think that's the word in English, and then take it with you. Take it with you, and whenever the doubt kicks in, you take it out, you read it, and you reaffirm it, and you declare it again to the universe, to yourself, to your subconscious mind, because, you know, the universe is sort of also, your subconscious mind is very connected to the universe and how the manifestation works. So that's number one. Yeah, set a clear goal. We have that. Exactly, declare it every day, over and over, until you really believe it, until it's not just something merely you focus in the distance. You already feel like you live it. You're not needing even to believe in it anymore, because you are so sure on a cellular level that it will happen anyway. Okay, so number one, I just said that weak goals create weak results. You need a strong goal, a goal where you're emotionally involved with it. Why do you want it? What need, with this goal, which need does it cover? The need to feel free, the need to feel safe, the need to feel loved, the need to feel needed or appreciated. Yeah, and check, be honest with yourself, and then implement already that feeling, like feel that feeling. So for example, if you want to feel loved, take moments, like if that's the layer underneath why you want what you want, take moments out in your day where you lay down, where you put your hands around you and say, I love you, I care about you, yeah, you matter to me. All of these things, you might think they are not important, but these small things make up your manifestations. Like, it's not the big things which bring the big shifts. It's the small things you do on a daily basis. They are building up, they creating the momentum. So weak goals create weak results. You need a strong goal. And you want to really feel, you feel into it, you feel that your whole body is starting to vibrate. Your whole body is getting emotionally involved because it excites you. You feel like the desire rising, and that is super, super important for the whole thing. Because if you only think about it, I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have $1 million. Oh, very nice. Nothing is going to happen because your body is not going to be involved in the emotions. Take the body on board. Otherwise, it's only in your mind, and you need the body to step into. So the mind, the thoughts, they bring your body into motion. So you want to have strong thoughts around your manifestation and the feelings and the emotion. And that's what will create and give you the space to move forward and get excited about moving forward. Number 3, I think that was the reason why I didn't successfully manifest many things in the past, because my nervous system wasn't regulated. And I think it's one of the most important things if you want to manifest stability, if you want to manifest something big like a business, a long-term relationship, all of this stuff, that needs a regulated nervous system. So if you don't know what it is, it's like, I cannot go into the depth of it, but if we are not having a regulated nervous system, we are easily overwhelmed, we're really easily anxious, we are fearful, we are stressed easily, like things become too much on a regular basis, and we're basically in survival mode. How you get out of that is find a daily routine where you do either walk in nature, consciously breathe, connect to your body through yoga, through breath work, through dancing, through, I don't know, there's so many amazing things you can do to regulate your nervous system. Humming, tapping, qigong. There is so much that can help you, and it's the most important, especially before you write your goal down, regulate your nervous system. Before you go into, I don't know, an important meeting which is connected to your manifestation, regulate your nervous system. Yeah, it is, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to have a regulated nervous system. If you're not having that, what's happening is, just imagine you're anxious. You are a vibrational being, so you're radiating out frequency. If you're anxious, if you're fearful, if you're scared, all of this is creating a certain type of frequency. So imagine if you're constantly in that vibration. It's not a match to a loving, stable, grounded relationship. It's not a match to a big business, successful business. It's not a match to, I don't know, a calm and peaceful life, because you're actually trying to survive. Yeah, could be that your nervous system is on freeze, fight and flight. It doesn't matter. I just want you to know you can shift out of that, and it takes time. TRE is also great. I've worked with an amazing coach, mentor from America for a while. She showed me many tools to regulate the nervous system. We did TRE. Yeah, because really, that's the most important. I think that's the most important. You need to be, and if you look into the scriptures, and also like Bob Proctor, when he always said, when he prepares everybody actually, before you go into meditation and visualization about what you want, you need to become deeply relaxed. So, because what's happening, if you're tight, your fists are closed, imagine it like that. How can you receive something? If you're like that, if you're tensed up, your whole body is in fight and flight, you're like basically want to run away from a tiger. You need to release and relax. Oh, Yoga Nidra is another great one. And you can find some meditations on my channel, like healing meditations, relaxed meditations, manifestation meditations, if this is something you want to look into and you desperately need. And most probably, if you're on my channel, because most people I attract are highly sensitive, like myself, and we are more easily dysregulated, I want to say, because we feel so much, we sense so much. That's just how it is. So guys, this is what we desperately need. So get yourself a routine how you can regulate your nervous system, and it can be different every day. You know, I walk twice a day, and then today I did a workout and then finished off with some calming yoga. For you, it can be something different: dancing, chanting, humming. I said everything. So this is super important. Number 3. Number 4, another one super important: belief and faith. If you don't believe that you can do it, you don't have to start, because you cannot outperform what you think is possible for you. So you need to believe and have the faith that it is possible for you, because that carries you through. That carries you through the moments where you're like, oh my God, nothing is moving, nothing is happening. Is actually manifestation real? That's what's carrying you through these moments. Create a practice, like say a prayer in the morning, like a gratitude prayer, something. Find something you can believe. There's this song, find something you can hold on. You know, something that gives you in these moments where you doubt, where you're like, far out, does this really work? Where you can turn to, you know. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. And if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Bob Proctor used to say that over and over again. Thoughts are your first stage of creation. Think about it. This was someone's thought at some point. This was someone's thought at some point. And then they made it real. They made it manifest. So your thoughts are the first stage of creation. You can manifest whatever you want if you believe. If you believe. So have the faith. I don't know if you don't have, a faith or belief. I don't know. it doesn't have to be a religious thing. It can be in nature. It can be in anything, but it needs to be something that, it needs to be showing you that everything is possible. And it's so, so important. And the trust that it's going to be, that it's on the way, even if you cannot see it yet. And for that, you need to have faith. Number 5, guys, become the person who can hold the vision. I had a great example before. So I was a diplomat once in my life. And when I was applying for becoming a diplomat, if they would have just taken me and put me in the embassy and say, now do it, I'd be like, what? I didn't know what to do. Like, you have to tell me. So I was there. I was the version of myself who had the desire. But I was not yet the diplomat. No, so that's why I was still here. So I was slowly, through the process, becoming the version to be able to call herself, I'm a diplomat now. But it was a process. It was a process of 3 years, which took me to here where I was like, I'm Verena, I'm a diplomat. Okay? So become the person who can hold the vision. And that's what some people misunderstand. They're like, oh, but I did this training, I did that. Yeah, but you need to also embody it. You need to become the version. Like if you wanna, for example, you wanna be in shape, you wanna be toned, you wanna be a sports person. But at the moment, every day you come home from work, you sit on the couch and you eat chips. It's not a match. So what do you need to do to become the person who is sporty, who is healthy, who is toned? You need to go and work out. You need to move. You need to go for walks, cycle, swim, go to the gym, do yoga. That's the process of becoming the version who can hold what you want to hold and who can be and live that version of yourself. Okay? Manifestation is all about identity. So you need to become that person. You need to become that, also change your personality most probably, because your personality is your personal reality. So you need to change part of you to become that person. And I know for some people it's scary because we're scared of change, because it's out of our control. And some people, when they start off on the manifestation journey, they feel things are changing. Relationships are changing, jobs might fall apart. I had a client of mine, she wanted a new job, she wanted to work in her purpose, and then they fired her. And she was like, how is this possible? Blah, 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 blah. So I said, you're in the process of manifesting something big, your purpose, working, doing what you love as a job. So we are not in control, but whenever we look back, everything is always happening for our highest good. But that's when that really is the moment when people start to crumble and they fall back into their old identity because they're like, oh, something is going wrong. But it's not going wrong. It's part of the process. And I want to take that one point. Obstacles are refinements. An obstacle on the process doesn't mean that you're wrong. Doesn't mean that it's not possible, and doesn't mean that you're on the wrong track. Not at all. It means it shows you, first of all, manifestation, if you're really aligning yourself with a big goal, you're going all in, everything that's not in alignment with the version of you who need to become here will fall apart, and it has to break away. I know it can be scary, 100%, but that's the deal. It is like, your new life costs you your old life. My friend posted just recently. It is, and that's something we need to get comfortable with. That we might lose a friend, that we might lose a relationship, that we might lose a job. It's part, but there is something better waiting for you. You have to remember why you started to walk, what is your goal? Strong goals create strong results. That's super, super important. Obstacles are not blocks, they're invitations for refinement. So whenever you on the way to your goal, find an obstacle, sit down and look back, sit down and look, be like, okay, is this goal still creating excitement, desire, and joy, and all of this within me? If it's a yes, then you need to find a way to overcome this and be like, I not give up. I know who I am. I claim my seat here. I know my goal. Take out your goal card, read it over and over again, because you actually know where you're going, and get some help. If it's too, I know it can be, I know it. I had one phase while I was manifesting. I thought it was 3 months. It was a really, it was a tense phase. I thought I had a depression. Everything was sort of changing, and I was like, what's happening here? I just see that my computer is not, oh yeah, I need to charge. I was like, what's happening here? And it was scary. And first, I wasn't aware of that it was part of the manifestation process. I got really scared. But then I became aware, and I was like, oh, yes, of course, it's part of the process. Okay, so obstacles, they shape you, they make that diamond. Yeah, like a diamond is crafted under a lot of pressure. And if you read biographies of successful people, it wasn't always easy, you know. When you climb up a mountain, it's not always easy, you know. You need to take breaks, you're overwhelmed, it's exhausting, it's tiring. But you see the mountain peak and you're like, that's why I'm doing it. And when you're up there looking down, you're like, oh my God, it was so worth it. So never give up when you find an obstacle. Like, sit down, course correct, get some help, get a coach, get a mentor if you cannot do it on your own. And that's totally fine. You know, I have help, and that's cool. You know, that person might be a few steps ahead of me, but they see exactly, they were like, oh yeah, that corner on the mountain, that's a tricky one. You better take your backpack off, push that forward, and then let this other person help you. You know, they are a few steps ahead. They know the tricks. They know the pitfalls, and they're going to help you through. So, subconscious reprogram. So, you manifest not what you want, but what you are and what is stored in your subconscious mind. 95% of our days, we are actually on autopilot and acting out of our subconscious mind, subconscious reprogram, limiting beliefs, trauma, inner child stuff. I think you know the deal. So if you want to change what you see around you right now, you need to change what's stored in your subconscious mind. So now you're like, how am I going to do that? By repetition, by creating a new habit, or by emotional impact. Emotional impact can be, if you're on a, mostly emotional impact, that's what Bob Proctor says as well, is negative. It can be positive. For example, I don't know, you're on a self-development workshop and the energy is so high and it was the right moment, and you, like, some limiting belief just dissolved in the ether and you're a different person. That is surely possible, but for most of the people, we need to do it manually by a new habit, creating a new habit, working with affirmations, building our manifestation muscle. Think about when you want to, let's go back to the gym, you want to create a healthy and toned body. What are you going to do? You work out, not just once a month or once a year, daily. And that's what's creating the change. And it's the same, the micro and the macro, it's the same within the mind and the subconscious mind. You need to create a new routine that establishes that change you want to see. Thinking in possibilities, thinking about yourself amazingly, connecting to your goal every day. Say your success affirmations, write them down, whatever you need to do to establish and rewire your brain, to rewire your subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind sits in every cell of your body, controls so many processes. It's unbelievable. So this is a super important thing. So especially in the beginning, because some people, I saw this other entrepreneur manifestation coaches who said, oh, I don't need to do my manifestation routine anymore. I can get up whenever I want. I don't need to meditate. And people are like, okay, there's another way too. Yes, there is. If you have reprogrammed your subconscious mind, you don't need all of that stuff. It's like when you learn swimming in the beginning, you have these floaties because you need them. You're not able. Once your body has implemented and embodied how the movement works, you don't need it anymore. It's the same if you really have fully reprogrammed your subconscious mind to a certain level. You don't need that visionary or visualization meditation anymore or whatsoever, because your frequency is already on that vibration. Imagine a radio station. You wanting to go to 101 hertz and you're at 80 hertz right now. Okay, so you need to tune up. And once you're there, you hold the steady vibration. You don't need to try to get there every day, because that's your new vibration. And that's super, super important, because some people get so mixed up. And when she said that, I was like, you need to be clear and honest with your people, because for the most people who start out in manifesting, they need all of that stuff, because their nervous system is wherever, and their limiting beliefs are on such a bad space that they need all of this to first create the change on a cellular level within the subconscious mind. So that's super, super important. Let me see if there's anything else. Yep. Okay, number 7. Embodiment of what you know. I have so many clients, amazing clients. They know a lot. I have mostly highly sensitive women who have hundreds of courses, know so many things, but they don't implement it. They want to learn more. They think they're still not good enough, still not where they want to be, perfectionism, all of that. But you need to embody it. It's super important, because as I just explained, once you embodied it, it's your vibration, it's your frequency, and you manifest and magnetize through your frequency, through your vibration. If your information is just somewhere floating up in your head, mind space, your body is not acting on it. It's like, and this is a great example. I don't know if I heard that was it Bob Proctor? Or maybe it was Bob. So if I tell you, so if you love drinking Coke, you drink Coke from the morning till the evening, and somebody says to you, you know that, like, you know that Coke is not healthy, and you're like, yo, I know that, and you totally know that, but you're still acting against that, what you know, against your belief, against that knowing that it's unhealthy. So you have the knowledge here, but your body doesn't follow it, because you haven't embodied it. You didn't change who you are to reflect that new program, that new belief, which is now implemented in your subconscious mind. So you really, really need not just take new information in over and over again, implement the stuff and live by it, act on it. And that's also for all of you guys who are coaches and mentors. If you're not living by your own truth, it's difficult to get the clients in, because they will feel that you're talking, but you're not living by it. So that's another really, really important point in regards to manifestation. Aligned action and repetition. We talked about repetition, but aligned action is crucial. So many people work a lot. They do a lot. They do so much more than other people who have a lot of success and maybe only work 2 hours a day. Why is that? Because they act on aligned action. What they do in the morning is they focus first thing in the morning. They maybe take out their goal card, their visioneering statement. They read it. They connect with it. They connect with where they want to head. They remember and remind themselves, this is my goal. this is where I want to go. This is where I want to head to. And then they allow, through intuition, through hunches, to step into action. They not just blindly run around and do many things at once to feel like, oh my God, I've done something. They act on alignment. And that's super powerful. You don't need to work hundreds of hours to be successful. What you need to do is to come into alignment with your vision, your dream, and your goal. And then through this alignment, you will feel what is next on the journey. That might be a scary move. That might be uncomfortable. But that's what's necessary to do also quantum leaps. Yeah, for many people. Did I do a quantum leap yet? I don't know. How would you define a quantum leap? I know how you define it, but I cannot say if I have done one, but I know it's possible. You can quantum leap if you are every day aligning, focused alignment with your goal, your vision, and your dream, and then you step into aligned action. A quantum leap, for example, I have an example, I think. This lady I'm following, she had, I think, 6,000 people following her on Instagram. And then she meditated every day. She connected to her vision every day, over and over again, until spirit got so clear on how she needs to show up on Instagram to manifest her dream goals. And I think, like, randomly, I think within 6 months she got 180,000 followers, because she showed up, and she showed up in uncomfortable ways, showing up, working energetically, speaking to spirit and stuff like that. But she did it because she knew spirit is speaking. They wanted to show up in that way. She did it, she followed through, and she did a quantum leap. Like, it might have been even shorter than 6 months. So everything is possible. Once you have a clear vision, a clear goal in mind, and you follow through on the hunches, aligned action, and then follow the hunches. And that's also a pitfall for many people, because sometimes that hunch is so scary. And it's like, I can't do that. People might think I'm crazy, and I totally know. I know how you feel, but it is important and it's crucial. Obstacles, we had that already. Never compare your journey, guys. Another one I've done. It kills your spark, it kills your vision, it kills your joy and your lightheartedness, because you think like, oh, look at that person, they already did this and they achieved that, and look at me, poor me. And what does it do? It takes you off your upwards journey down into the cellar, into the basement or in the cellar. And you will feel like a piece of crap, So don't do that. You have your own timing, the own divine timing. Focus on creating from joy. Focus on focus not on the outcome. Focus on creating from lightheartedness. Like, I love now sharing that with you. I let go of the expectation. I was like, I just share whatever I can to support people on their journey. Which in the past, I had a different awareness around that, which I'm changing. So I'm sharing here without any expectation for you to take this and run and manifest your dreams. So be compassionate. The only person you can ever compare yourself with is with you and your version from yesterday. Okay? Don't look left, don't look right. Be so focused on your journey. Be so in love with your path and your own journey and the person you're becoming. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate yourself. That's another one. Celebrate yourself. The gecko said yes. Celebrate yourself, all your successes, the small ones, the little ones. Look back every day. Make a gratitude journal. Look back every day and choose 3 things you're immensely grateful for. and do 3 tasks every day that move you closer to where you want to go to. If it's, I don't know, like me, wanting to bring up this YouTube channel, post a video, all of this, do 3 things, bring yourself into the vibration of your wish already fulfilled, your vision already manifested, and then it cannot not manifest. It's not possible. And again, don't look left and right. You are completely unique. There's no one like you. There's no one with your timeline, no one with your planetary setup, no one with your upbringing, your cultural background, completely like you. You're unique. So you have a unique journey. All right. Number 11, determination and persistence. It's the chisel. So, guys, it's a really important one as well. I could say all of them are important. You need to show up. You need to show up every day for your dream. And it can be every day a little bit different. Someday you post a video. Someday, I don't know. This is speaking from my own experience. Someday I post a video on YouTube. Another day I post in the group where I'm an accredited reader. Someday, having clients is showing up for myself. When I have a client and help them move forward, this is showing up for myself. This is showing up for my dream. This is showing up for myself, for what I believe in. So this is what you need to do. Show up every day. Don't let yourself be talked out. Oh, today I cannot do it because I know for all of the highly sensitive people, I know it's easier said than done, but it is possible. We need to slowly come out of that, why it's not possible, why I'm too sensitive, and I don't like, our sensitivity is our strength. But we need to be able to serve people, and however you serve them, it might be so different to what I do, but you have a gift there and people need to know about it. They need to know about you being special with what you do and what you have to share. So you need to show up. And it doesn't need to be on the internet. You can be, I don't know, having a small handcraft shop or a small crystal shop or whatever it is. But you need to show up for yourself persistently, like in the gym when you want to build muscle. Yeah. So keep on doing, keep on showing up, and don't let anything talk you out of it. Don't let, once we really commit to a goal, all the stuff comes up, which it seems like the whole universe is like trying to test us, but it's not. It's like clearing the pipe. So everything will come up. Like for me, this video made me really nervous for some weird reason. I started it over and over again, and I was like, why is this so difficult? I got really, really tired. I wanted to do it later, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it now. I don't need to be perfect. I just have a message to share, and it will reach the right people. So keep on showing up. And the inside out game, manifestation's an inside game. So that's also super important. Many people try to manifest through outside in. They try to change their circumstances first, but it's so much easier the other way around, to first step into the identity who already has what you are wanting to create. So who do you need to become? Again, if you want to be, if you want to be a yoga teacher, start doing yoga every day. Even if you don't have the money for the teacher training yet, start doing yoga every day. Learn about, look YouTube tutorials, buy books about yoga, go into yoga classes, maybe teach your friends for free. All of this is already manifesting from the inside out. Become the yoga teacher inside. Stand in front of the mirror every morning. Look into your eyes and say, I'm an amazing yoga teacher. I love to support people on their yoga journey. I can see them striving. Whatever. Say all of this. Become this is how I was already a diplomat before I even was a diplomat. I lived like I was a diplomat. I bought all the books. I watched all the content I could find. I talked with people about the diplomatic like about being a diplomat, everything. I was thinking about all the countries I could see, and like I looked into the politics, everything. I was a diplomat long before I was chosen to become one officially. And I think this is it. Change within and your outer world follows, guys. I think I've really gave you everything you need. On top, do your manifestations, your meditations. Meditations is an amazing thing. One of the most amazing tools. In the morning, right after you wake up, and in the evening, right before you fall asleep. You're in a certain brainwave state there, which is like the entry door to the subconscious mind. So your changes will become much faster once you take these times into account. And then please enjoy the journey. Be loving with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Celebrate you. You will be so much faster than if you beat yourself up and be like, oh, I'm not yet there. I'm not yet this. I'm not yet that. Enjoy the journey. Just think about a little kid. They are so much more willing to listen to you and be the good kid if you love them and if you be supportive and caring. And it's the same with ourselves. Be grateful about you've come already a long way. If you watch this video until here, you've manifested maybe already, and you already did stuff within this space. So you've already come a long way. Be proud of yourself, see your progress, and know that you can have whatever you want to do, have and do and be. You can. I know it. I've done it. I've proved it many, many times. And if you're still here and if you need some support along the journey, send me a message. I can help you. I can support you along the way. I can guide you. I've done it for many people. I run group courses. I work with people in one-on-one settings. Everything is possible, and I'm here to be your guide on the journey. Gosh. Oh my God. That being said, thank you so much for watching. If you have a question, as I said in the beginning, please put it down in the comments. Send me a message. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait. Please share your manifestations. If you put all of this into account, into practice, please share your manifestation with us so we can cheer you on along the way. Thanks so much, guys.